What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and today, Sony and Marvel Studios have begun to release bonus content and teasing more bonus content for Spider-Man No Way Home. And in this little teaser promo that we got today, we actually see Toby Maguire talking about how he is down for anything. Now, this could possibly be a hint at the future. We know Toby Maguire has been rumored to be appearing in other Marvel projects, such as another Spider-Man film or perhaps Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, are they teasing that? We're going to watch this clip together, plus we have another clip as well, but we're going to break down what is said and what is happening. So, let's dive into it, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. Okay, so Sony released this just this morning, a little preview of some bonus content that is coming.
From a choreography standpoint, it's interesting because Spider-Man's never fought with Spider-Man before. And I think what we want to try and explore is an element of us trying to figure each other out and figure out our each individual unique styles of how to be Spider-Man.
Toby.
He is chomping at the bit.
Oh my God, I just can't, and it's been killing me because of the whole secrecy thing, because I want to go around and go, I gotta get on wires. I'm open for anything. I'm ready to go, and that's about it, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm open for anything. Oh, to me, that's just like, what do you mean by that? Now, again, the rumors are flying pretty heavy right now that he's going to appear in another Spider-Man film, and fingers are crossed about this. Now, we're going to find out more when this actually releases and we get all of this content. We can actually watch it and break it down. But I'm pretty sure Toby would be up to come back as Spider-Man again. It sounded like he had the time of his life. It sounded like it was just nothing but fun and nothing but nostalgia and a great time for him. I mean, he even says that when he was hanging from the wires, when he was doing these stunts for Spider-Man No Way Home, he wanted to tell everybody, but of course he was sworn to secrecy about everything. But that's good news because he wanted to tell the world, I'm back as Spider-Man. Look, I'm back in these bungee ropes. I'm doing stunts. Look, I'm all suited up. I'm back. I'm back as Spider-Man. And that excitement probably doesn't end with Spider-Man No Way Home, especially since the rumors say that they're going to do another team-up movie with the three Spider-Man again, whether that's Spider-Man 4, whether that's Spider-Man 5, Spider-Man 6. At some point in time, it would make sense that the Spider-Man would meet up again, even though in the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home, they kind of all went their separate ways and went back to their own universes. It doesn't mean that they can't meet up again. Now, one point that I would like to mention is that pretty much, for the most part, all of the leaks about Spider-Man No Way Home kind of ended up becoming true. A lot of the movie was actually kind of out there before Spider-Man No Way Home went into theaters, but fortunately for us, the scenes were so amazing that the leaks didn't even matter. Watching it on screen was just a fantastic, historic moment. But now, some of the same people who released some of these leaks are saying that Andrew and Toby are going to be returning eventually. And after seeing the chemistry of these three off-screen, which is something that I really wanted to see, because of course the chemistry on-scene was perfect, but off-screen, watching them just mess around and laugh with each other, that's amazing. It's great that they have good friendships with each other, because that's also really good for us who want them all to get together in a movie again. Now let's talk about perhaps the most important thing that has happened. This happened yesterday. They finally did the pointing meme. If you haven't seen this clip, don't worry, we'll watch it right now. And if you have seen it, let's watch it again.
We're gonna lift you up on a cherry picker and you're gonna jump off.
80 minutes.
How they became supervillains. It's just so funny.
Oh, that's
I fell into a super collider.
Gotta be careful where you fall.
To work with them is honestly the highlight of my career.
Me and Toby arrived and all of their arms were just open.
They're pointing out the Easter eggs for us.
I had butterflies with
Fuck
Toby and Andrew, hoping they would sign up.
Oh, why wouldn't they? April 12th. So we have to wait till April 12th. But in this, we obviously saw really quickly the clip of, I think it was Andrew was pointing at the other two Spider-Man. And shortly after that, Tom Holland released on his Instagram, and Sony released it in Marvel Studios as well. They released the official meme photo of the 3 Spider-Men pointing at each other. That's all I wanted. That's really all I wanted. When I heard that the 3 Spider-Men were going to be in the film together, I was like, they have to do the meme. I wanted like a couple things. I wanted them to do the meme because it would be such a missed opportunity if they didn't do that. And they did it in a really good way in the movie. They didn't just stand there and do that, because that it wouldn't really have made sense for the story, but they did it in a way that made sense. But then they released the actual photo of them copying the meme. That's what I wanted. And then I wanted them to talk about, you know, the web blood, organic web shooters versus, you know, mechanized web shooters. And they did that, and they made a joke about it as well, asking if it comes out any other place. And it was just perfect. And this is the kind of stuff that we're going to see in this behind the scenes footage. 80 minutes of behind the scenes footage, 20 minutes of extra footage with Toby and Andrew interacting with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I'm definitely here for that, and I'll definitely, of course, be breaking that down as soon as they release that. It also looks like they're going to be pointing out Easter eggs themselves, which kind of makes my job easier, but it looks like they might be trying to put me out of a job. But we'll, of course, find more Easter eggs, I'm sure, but it'll be really cool to go over that as well. Now, as far as Spider-Man 4 or the next Spider-Man movies are concerned, we have heard quite a few rumors at this point. And if you're not aware of what they are, here's what people are saying could possibly happen. Now, of course, this is not confirmed, but is a possibility. One rumor, of course, is that Toby Maguire could actually get his Spider-Man 4 movie. If you're not aware, Toby Maguire was supposed to have 4 Spider-Man films, not 3, and they were supposed to all be with Sam Raimi. So, Toby and Sam Raimi had a 4th movie that actually ended up getting canceled. From what we know, it was actually going to be pretty intense, and the villain was going to be Vulture. Now Sam Raimi is back directing Multiverse of Madness, and Toby Maguire has just returned as Spider-Man, so perhaps the two of them will team up once again and give us a Spider-Man 4. Of course, again, this is just rumor and speculation right now. This is not confirmed. But kind of the same thing goes for Andrew Garfield. Rumors are going around that he could finally get his The Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie. He was supposed to have a 3rd movie that got canceled because Marvel Studios stepped in with Sony and told them that they had to do a new Spider-Man and that it had to be in the MCU. And Feige was definitely right about that one. But Andrew Garfield has returned triumphantly. People loved his performance in Spider-Man No Way Home, and people really want The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and they've even signed a petition. Some insiders say that Marvel Studios and Sony are considering and want to do an Amazing Spider-Man 3 movie, or at least have Andrew Garfield show up in a Sony Spider-Man universe movie, like perhaps in Venom 3, he could be the Spider-Man that goes up against Venom. And I really actually hope this happens, so fingers crossed on this one. And of course, the biggest rumor is that the 3 Spider-Men will unite again and do another film together. This time, however, they will all be together from the start. It was fantastic to see the 3 Spider-Men on film, but they did come in pretty much the last act. And one can only imagine how awesome and epic a movie would be if the 3 of them were all in it from the very first act. So again, fingers crossed that this happens. And considering the fact that Spider-Man No Way Home was one of the biggest movies of all time during a pandemic, it would make sense that Marvel Studios and Sony wants to capitalize on this again. And of course the fans want it, so why not give the fans what they want and also make money yourselves? But hopefully we find out a little bit more ourselves when all of this bonus content comes out in a little under 2 months. In the meantime, let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Which movie would you like to see? The Amazing Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 4 with Toby Maguire, or another Spider-Man where the 3 of them team up? Let me know. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. For live updates, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.